retaining his championship in that majority draw against the great Manny Pacquiao. Please welcome Mario El Azteca Barrios.
Yeah, thank you, for supporting this event. It's a hell of a fight, which, was no surprise. Hats out to Manny for leaving everything in the ring, and for just being the fighter that he still is at his age, and giving the sport everything that he is. Yeah, it was a hell of an experience, and I'm still happy, to be holding my title, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling. Thank you.
All right, questions for Mario Barrios, still the WBC welterweight champion of the world. Lance Pugmire, you're up first.
Thank you. Mario, I know that there's some people around here who are saying that you maybe showed him a little bit too much respect, that you had opportunities to be more aggressive and sort of let him off the hook. Did you attack the fight that way at all?
Hold on. We get Mike is, hold on.
Barrios, Mike. Try this one here.
There we go.
This won't work. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily about respect. It was just, he still has a lot of crack, for his age. He's still he was very explosive. He was very tricky. And, I just wasn't, trying to make a mistake, by overcommitting on, on a shot that, I wasn't sure of. But, yeah.
Looking at the scorecards, the key was you swept the final 3 rounds on all 3 judges' cards. What did you tell yourself heading into those 3 final rounds?
Well, not only myself, my corner, they told me, I need to, they felt that I needed, to pick it up, just to ensure the victory. I felt like I had, I felt like I had edged out, the first, 5, 6 rounds, but yeah, I did feel the need, to pick it up, and so yeah, that was the reason why the last 3 rounds for sure, I started picking it up.
Right here, Mario. Congratulations. There were a lot of people in the media section that thought that he won the fight and did so pretty handily, actually. I wonder, when you hear that, when you were going into the late rounds, like Lance said, you had to win the last 3 rounds, did you feel like you were ahead, or did you feel like you had to catch up? And when I tell you that lots of people with no particular dog in the fight thought that he was the winner, do you understand why they might think that?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I feel like I won the fight, and I feel like, the last 3 rounds really solidified that. But, you never know what, some people see or are looking for in the fights. But I feel I won. Me and my team feel, that we won, and we're very proud of what I showed, and I'm still just thankful to be holding my title, and yeah, like I said, we're gonna keep things moving forward.
And if they did come to you and ask you if you would have a rematch with them, what would you say?
Oh yeah, by no hesitation. I feel like I don't have anything left to prove. I feel like. If he wanted to run it back, that would be completely, his choice. But yeah, I mean, I'm with it if that's what he wants.
Brandon Walker with 210 Boxing TV. Over here, Mario. Mario, do you feel like there should definitely be do you feel like there will be a rematch between you and Pacquiao, or what do you feel like you in your future will hold?
I didn't hear that last part.
What do you think about your future? Do you feel a Pacquiao rematch, or where do you see yourself going next?
Well, like I said, I mean, if a rematch is something he wants, then I'm with it. I still think this was big for boxing, and yeah, I mean, I'm still proud. I'm still holding the title. If not, maybe we're still gonna move on, to the next best thing.
Questions for Mario Barrios.
Mario, ¿esperabas, de este lado para Mi Sports Boxing, esperabas el ritmo que traía al final de la pelea de Manny Pacquiao? ¿Esperabas que siguiera tirando tantos golpes y tan activo como lo vimos?
Mario, were you expecting Pacquiao to be? Yeah, so the question is, Mario, were you expecting Pacquiao to be as sharp, as quick, and as decisive as we saw him be?
Yeah, I prepared, for the best Pacquiao, and but he's still tricky in there. He still has so much experience, and he showed that tonight, and it was a really good learning experience for me, and I'm still proud of everything I was able to do.
Gail Falkenthal, My Fights. This is a question for Bob. What were you telling Mario as you got to those last 3 championship rounds? You must have been urging him forward. And Mario, the second part is, what messages were you hearing from Bob that gave you those last 3 rounds?
Well, first off, I know we're going against an icon, right? And so the crowd's with him. I knew he was trying to steal rounds in the last, 10, 15, 20 seconds. And a lot of times when the crowd gets going, people get influenced, and you just don't know what the judges, are looking at. What are they preferring? I thought we were ahead in the fight. I thought we were controlling the fight with the jab. But I just wanted him to make sure that we closed the show in those last 3 rounds, just to make sure that we left no doubt in anybody's mind. And unfortunately, the judges seen it the way they seen it. We came up with a draw. One judge had Mario winning the fight, obviously. And the other 2 judges seen it a draw. So, we got to live with that. That's the way they seen it. But again, I think the crowd influenced the judges just maybe a little bit. That's my opinion. And he was trying to steal rounds. He's a veteran. He's an icon. He's been there 60 fights. But I thought Mario did a great job in winning 10, 11, and 12. And I thought that ensured the win. But it is what it is, and hopefully we'll be on and we'll be able to do a rematch, because I think everybody would love to see Pacquiao again, and who the hell wouldn't want to see 2-time Al Azteca? It was a great performance, and we'll move forward from here.
All right, we got one more question for Mario Barrios, and then we'll bring up Manny Pacquiao. Last question for Mario.
Mohammed Mubarak with EURweb.com. Could you tell us the moments throughout the fight that you thought maybe were challenging for you, or more that you could have done to improve your performance?
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever I have a fight, there's always things that I could have done better. There were certain adjustments that were difficult to make with him, and his style. And I think that just goes with the experience that he has, the styles and the fights that he has been in. He's a veteran, he's a legend, and he was very tricky, to try to find. Even though I was finding the jab here and there, it was hard to follow up on punches, and it definitely, he used his experience, and it was hard to find my rhythm, early on, and especially in those middle rounds.
All right, Mario, before we let you go, any final words as you retain your championship via majority draw against the 8 Division World Champion, Manny Pacquiao? Mario?
Just shout out to everybody, that supported this event. It was still, a really huge night for boxing. I said it was an honor, to be in there with a legend like Pacquiao. Like I said, I'm gonna take this fight. I'm gonna keep on growing. And Team Barrios will be back very soon.
We look forward to seeing you in the near future. Give it up for still the WBC welterweight champion of the world, Mario El Azteca Barrios, and his esteemed trainer, Bob Santos. Happy belated birthday once again, Bob. Thank you, guys. All right, now we want to bring up the 8 Division World Champion. What a battle that he had against Mario Barrios. Great to see him back inside the ring after nearly 4 years away, 47 months as a professional prize fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Sarangani Province in the Philippines, the 8 Division World Champion, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming here, to all the media and press. Thank you for being here to support our fight tonight. I know you enjoyed the fight, but I thought, although the decision is not really favor to me. Like I'm sad, but I did my best. Being a no fight for 4 years, I'm happy for my performance tonight. So thank you to all your support.
Now I want to bring up the esteemed trainer, the Hall of Famer. They're both Hall of Famers for that matter. The lead trainer for Manny "Pac-Man" Pacquiao. Please welcome the legendary Freddie Roach, ladies and gentlemen, to say a couple of words. After we're done with Freddie, you can ask Manny some questions, but Freddie is here to give a statement.
We had a great fight. Manny fought very well, and he even had a knockdown in there somewhere that didn't get counted. But I thought he won the fight 8-4. But that's the way things go, and we would like a rematch right away, for sure.
Thank you very much to Mr. Freddie Roach, the Hall of Fame trainer. Now questions for Manny "Pac-Man" Pacquiao. Raise your hand, and our esteemed PR team will come over and hand you the microphone.
Start with Sean.
Manny, Sean Zattel. Manny, over here.
Oh, okay.
Congrats on another great performance, Manny. How would you compare this decision to the Tim Bradley decision that you didn't like and the Jeff Horn decision that you didn't like? Could you see a possible draw for Barrios, or do you feel this fight was just as bad as those two decisions were, in your opinion?
You know, I thought that after the 12 rounds, I won the fight. Like my analysis, like I won 8-4. That's my analysis for the fight. But the thing is, I'm surprised with the announcement. It's draw. So I did my best in the ring. You know, the fans is it's so happy of my performance. But don't worry, Pac-Man is back, so I'm still here.
Manny, right here in the front. Kevin Garcia, right down here, Manny. There you go. Kevin Garcia, Manny, I just wanted to ask, you know, right after the fight, there was talk about maybe Mario didn't take advantage in all the opportunities where he could have, but do you think that was more about you and your performance than it was about him, and maybe, you know, like some were saying he was holding back when he could have took more advantage?
You know, for 4 years, I don't have a fight, and training for 2 months. It's not enough. Like I just start late because of election in the Philippines. So, but for those 2 months training, I discipline myself, like focus on nothing, you know, just training alone, just focus every day. But I'm so happy with my performance for 2 months training and no fight for 4 years. But for me, it's good for in a fight like that. I want 3 months or 4 months training. But it just happened that I was in election in the Philippines. I'm campaigning, so I'm so busy. That's why I start late. But thank you to all the fans. You know, despite of all those things happen, I did my best. You know, I did my best in the fight, and I really thought that I won the fight. Thank you.
Manny, over here, Manny. I'm sort of like, here we go. I don't know if
Go on, Dan.
Oh, no
Go
problem.
ahead, Dan.
Hey, Manny. First of all, congratulations on a very inspiring performance. It's good to see you. On the other hand, you didn't lose the fight. You did get a draw. So I know you don't get the title, but is there any solace in the fact that you didn't get a loss? A lot of people, you were the underdog in the fight. A lot of people had Barrios, you know, beating up on the old guy, but that did not happen tonight. So a draw, can you at least take some good things from that?
Yeah, I'm still thankful because I didn't lose the fight. It's a draw, but you know, that's fine. But most of the fans they're expecting the you know, They thought that I won the fight. And although at age of 46, you know, the Pac-Man is still there, is still giving a good fight to the people, to the fans, you know. That's why I'm so thankful to God because He gave me the strength and good health that for how many decades I'm still fighting, keep on fighting, giving inspiration to the boxing world. Thank you, everyone.
And Manny, what did you think in the course of the fight was working the best for you against him? What did you feel like he was doing well against you?
I'm say it again?
What, in terms of your arsenal of punches that you were throwing or whatever you were doing against him, what did you feel like was most effective for you in dealing with him, and vice versa? What was working best that you were having trouble with him?
During the fight, he's very, he has strength and he's very careful to throw a lot of punches. And I think although my performance is good tonight, but I'm not satisfied of my combination tonight. I should throw a lot of punches and more aggressive to knock him out.
Manny, you did a lot of things tonight, right here. You did a lot of things tonight, Manny, where you really kind of banked on your experience to outsmart him and outwork him. I mean, stealing the rounds at the end of the round like you did. Did you feel like that had won you the fight by doing all those things and really flexing your experience?
Yes, even though he's taller than me, but I able to use my techniques and during the fight, the side by side and more combination like that. I did, I did a couple things that I slowed down the last two rounds, but it doesn't mean that I lost the fight.
Manny, right over here. Marcus Hayes of FightHype TV. Congratulations on an outstanding performance. Manny, with the way that you performed tonight, did you feel like this was enough to coax Floyd Mayweather out and maybe you guys get a rematch right here in this same building? Do you feel like that this version of you beats the version of Floyd Mayweather that exists today?
You know, it's hard to talk about the fighter who retired already. If he comes out and go sign the contract and we'll fight. I mean, let's fight again if he wants. I have no problem with that. I'm active now. I don't pick my opponent. I don't, I fight them all in my weight division.
Cynthia Conte, Best Women's Boxing Show period. Congratulations, Manny. You've been out of the ring for 4 years, but you are no stranger to big crowds. What did it feel like to be in the house of Manny here at MGM with everyone chanting your name once again?
I ever thankful to, always thankful to MGM for giving me a chance to fight here. This is my 16th fight here in the MGM. Thank you so much, MGM. I will never forget you for helping me to fight here, and I'm trying my best on every fight to give you a good fight and make the fans happy. God bless.
Hi, Freddie. It's for you, if you don't mind. Can you give us an assessment of Manny's performance tonight? And what factors do you think influenced the judges to declare a draw?
I thought Manny fought a great performance. He hung in there and let his hands go. Nice combinations, and I thought he won the fight clearly. Oh, okay, shit. It was a great fight for us.
Mabuhay, Manny Pacquiao. Natasha Gutierrez Rappler. I have two questions. Two other fighters fought tonight. They won, Filipino fighters. We'd love to hear your comment on that because there's upcoming stars as well, and with your help and your support. And the second, what's next for Manny Pacquiao? The Philippine elections did not go your way.
We want to know, do you plan to return to politics, or is boxing now your focus for the next few years?
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the fighters, the Filipino who won the fight tonight. I'm proud of them, being a Filipino. And also, this is all I can say, that PAC-MAN is back and the journey will continue. And about politics, forget about politics. I'm a private citizen right now. I want to live simple life, be giving inspiration and to help. I'm still helping other people. And, you know, that's my heart, to leave a legacy, because I always say this to everyone, the Filipino, especially the Filipino people. I want to create a legacy that I can leave behind when we're gone. Because we're not forever in this world. We're just passing by. So therefore, as much as possible, while you have strength, you have capacity to make a legacy, then make it. At the end of the day, you don't regret it, because that's what people remember you, especially to the next generation. So thank you.
Last question.
Manny, Ellie Sekbak reporting. A lot of people didn't give you a chance before the fight. They didn't age 46, all 4 years. I thought you won the fight. What do you tell all the fans that believe that you won tonight?
Thank you to all the fans who believe that I won tonight. Even though those fans are doubted and who don't like, I'm always thankful to you, because you're always supporting boxing. Boxing is boxing, giving enjoyment, entertainment to all the boxing world. So I really appreciate that. And especially the big part of boxing to become popular is the media and press. Because of you, boxing is popular. Thank you.
All right, the great Manny Pacquiao, ladies and gentlemen. What a performance that he had against Mario Barrios. A majority draw, great to see. But the headlines are, the Pac-Man is back from Sarangani province in Philippines. Still looks like he can go another couple rounds.